Hello YouTube and welcome to Mrs. Koi Style. My name is Kawana and I thank you so much for joining me here on my channel where I speak about style. I do some hauls, some reviews, and every now and again I sprinkle in a little bit of luxury. So if that is something that interests you, I certainly hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell notification so that you never ever miss one of my videos. So for today's video, I'm sharing my luxury wish list. I mean, why not start out the new year with a wish list? What do I want to add to my closet this year? Because, you know, I got 365 days or 12 months or however it is that you want to look at it to achieve this wish list. But again, it's just a wish list. So these are not things that I am specifically going to buy, but things that I am looking to buy. And if you follow me and you watch some of my previous videos, you would know that for the year 22, I didn't buy any bags. By the way, this wish list is all about the bags. Specifically bags that I'm looking to purchase pre-loved. There are a plethora of reasons that I gravitate towards the pre-loved market when I'm making my purchases for designer bags, but that's going to be in another video because this video is going to be short, sweet, and to the point about my wish list. Let's get it going. So as time has passed, I realized what voids I have in my closet. I realized what my bag style is. And so hopefully this has encouraged me or inspired me to make my wish list a little more realistic, sensible, like all of the things. But I'm a big fan of Chanel, specifically the Karl Lagerfeld era, which is why I like the big CC logos. But a bag that's missing from my collection definitely is the Chanel boy bag. I must have a Chanel boy bag. That was the first bag that Karl Lagerfeld designed for Chanel after he changed the CC logo and all of the things that he did with the classic flap to make it, you know what Karl Lagerfeld did with the classic flap. I'll insert a picture if you don't know what it looked like before. It was the reissue. Then after Karl Lagerfeld became the creative director around Chanel, he made some changes to the classic flap, which became now the classic flap. And then the first bag he created was the boy bag. I think the bag is so dope. I've read and heard many reviews about the bag. People aren't really a fan. The bag isn't really trending right now. It's not hot and heavy in the streets. I ain't about that life. I'm about carrying what makes Kawana happy, what makes me happy, what makes me happy, right? So I feel like I have to get a boy bag. I'm not really particular about the size. I don't care, but I feel like I want it in a nice pop of color and possibly even an exotic, but I gotta get a boy in my life. I must. That is a must. That's a must. Chanel boy bag #1 on my wish list for 23. Keeping with Chanel, I also realized that I have a few bags with the traditional diamond quilting. No surprise, it's on most of the bags, right? But I would love to have a Chanel bag with the chevron pattern. There's just something about that chevron pattern that I just gravitate towards it. I kind of really like it. And so I feel like I want to have other patterns also in my collection. So I think the chevron pattern would be pretty dope. And I think also to kind of kill two birds with one stone, if that chevron pattern could be in a top handle Chanel bag, because a top handle is also missing from my collection, either a CC Trendy or a Coco handle. I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Trendy just because I like the size of it, the like accordion style on the side. I feel like it would really allow for me to carry all of the things that I need to carry. But I'm not even sure now that I think about it. Oh my goodness, does that even come in the chevron pattern? Oh snap, here I am doing a wish list about something that may not even exist. Anyway, we will see if such a bag exists, or maybe I'll find something that may have been a seasonal bag that incorporated those elements, because that would be fly. So second on my 23 luxury handbag wish list would be a chevron bag and or both a top handle bag, preferably a Trendy CC. I like that bar across the top that says Chanel. I didn't think I did originally, but I kind of do now. Again, color, not such a big deal, but if you know me, or you're going to get to know me, you'll see that I really do not go towards, classic color bags, although that would be so. Anyway, yes. Chevron, top handle, Chanel bag. Let's make it do what it do. Number 2 on my luxury wish list. So next up on my luxury wish list would be, and this is just something that I like. It's not necessarily something that I'm looking for, but if I see it at the right price, I could also I would certainly appreciate having it, and that would be a Louis Vuitton Cappucines bag. I really just love the silhouette of that bag. I think it's very classy, pretty, sophisticated, and it would create a great juxtaposition in my style of dressing. I think it would be dope. I like the way the LV is incorporated on the top of the bag. I like the way that the handle, where it sits on the bag. I like it in pretty much every color. I love the fact that it also comes with an exotic handle. I do not have any exotic bags at all in my collection, so I think that'll be pretty fly. And I'm not really a huge fan of Louis Vuitton, and I understand that could be a whole different conversation, but there's something about that bag. That is the one bag that I absolutely love. I feel like it's timeless. I would have it forever. And so number 3 on my luxury handbag wish list for 23 would be the LV Cappucines. Again, in any size. However, I usually would gravitate towards the larger size. Are you still with me? What do you think? Do you love or need to have any of the bags that I've named so far? Let me know. Let's get down in the comments. Talk to me. Talk to me in the comments, and I'm going to respond. Next up, let's head over to Gucci. I got to get me a Gucci bag. I'm such a fan of, classic Gucci, or do I want to say vintage Gucci? Gucci Ophidia, I think is what they call it now, but I prefer a Gucci bag that has the stripes on it, the red and green, or the blue and red, depending on what color you get. That's just my preference. Although I understand that the newer line of Gucci has more of a coating around the canvas that makes it more durable, less prone to scratches and stains and all of those things. I just don't love it as much because the color seems muted. Anyway, with that being said, Gucci has a vanity case, and I do not have any vanity cases in my collection. I think that would be so nice to have. I always appreciate when I see someone carrying a vanity case as a bag. I think it brings an element of style that is just, it's dope. So I feel like I need to have it. And my favorite of the vanity cases happens to be the Gucci vanity case in the Ophidia pattern. I believe that it is. Anyway, it's the Gucci monogram, the Gucci logos. You know that I'm all about my logos. I ain't got no problems with them. And I think that it's super cute. I've almost purchased this bag so far 2 times, and it kind of fell through the cracks. This is certainly more attainable on my wish list, and it's more desired. I would say that it's more at the higher height of my desired bag wish list. So I think that this one is going to happen. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Gucci vanity case is number 4. I think we're up to number 4 on my luxury wish list for the year 23. This one I think is going to happen. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Now we go to Hermes, right? Because I feel like if you're a handbag lover, or if you appreciate luxury at all, there's always going to be something from Hermes, right? So more on the attainable side, I'd be very interested in having a Picotin. I don't necessarily want the smaller one, the 18, although I feel like it would fit everything that I need, but I would probably just go right into the middle and get a 22. I would like to have a Picotin with gold hardware. This is not as easily found. Most of the Picotines have the palladium hardware, which is nice, and I would do it at the right price. However, my preference would certainly be gold, and if I could get that Picotin in a green, that would just, I'd be up in smoke. I mean, fire, flames, all of the things. I think that would be pretty cool. And the Picotin I think would possibly replace another Hermes bag that I have, but I don't want to get into that. I'm going to have a video coming about bags that I might actually sell. Oh no! Yes, I said it. I have a couple of bags that might be on the, I don't want to say chopping block. That wouldn't be the right thing to say, but that I may be sending on to be loved to someone else, but that's going to be in another video. So as I said, the Picotin would be on my wish list, I think. And certainly because we're already talking about Hermes, why not talk about a Birkin or a Kelly? But I'm feeling like I used to be a Kelly girl, but now I'm feeling like I'd be a Birkin girl. Anyway, I would be, Kelly's, Birkin's kind of the same. But since this is a wish list and I'm not walking into the store to buy anything, I'm going to go ahead and say Birkin. I would love to have one. Certainly on the pre-loved market, the price is like kind of out of control. So I don't really know, but it's not like I'm building a Hermes purchasing history so that I would be offered a bag. So let's be realistic about my unrealistic kind of thought process. Does that make any sense? Anyway, I would love to own a Birkin. Color is not really a thing, but it's got to be a color. It's got to be a color, right? So not necessarily a black. Not necessarily, but I do like the gold. And, ooh, I like the etoupe. Anything, I'll take it. Come on, it's Hermes Birkin. Bring it on. 30 would be the ideal size. Yeah, give me a Birkin. Run your Birkin right over to me. So Hermes would be number 5 on my wish list. Either a Picotin, a Birkin, or a Kelly. Let's just go ahead and put them all into the same category because it's Hermes. And lastly, if you follow me, then you know that Fendi is my absolute favorite fashion house. And why not? Because that one, Fendi was also one of Karl Lagerfeld's babies. Many people do not know that he ran Fendi and Chanel at the same exact time. The man was just a genius, okay? So anyway, I am a big fan of Fendi, absolutely love Fendi, and I do not have a Fendi Peek A Boo. And I feel like what the Chanel classic flap is to Chanel, the Fendi Peek A Boo is to Fendi. Although people say it's the baguette because the baguette is all the rage right now and everybody's got to have a baguette, even a sequin baguette, whatever it is. And I mean, if you like it, you do that. For me, it's the Peek A Boo, and I need to have a Peek A Boo. So if you put the Peek A Boo side by side, kind of with the LV Cappucines, they do have very similar elements. I love them both, but because I love Fendi, and I'm really trying to kind of get a rein on my collection, I feel like that's something that I need to have. Again, color, maybe yellow. Anyway, I need to have a Fendi Peek A Boo because I see you coming to me. I see you. I need to have it. You know, Oi by Monica says that all the time. Every time she shows her Peek A Boo, I think she has the East-West Peek A Boo. I want the more classic Peek A Boo, which is another reason why I gravitate towards pre-loved, but that's going to be in a whole nother video. But every time she says Peek A Boo, she says, I see you. And I just think that's so cute. So, you know, I have to, I wanted to say it as well because it's cute. So that's my luxury wish. Give me a second. So those are all of the bags that are on my luxury wish list for the year 23. Again, pretty much all of these bags would be coming from the pre-loved market. I will link anything that I could find that seems to be in good condition and at a good price down below in the description box. So please check there. I'm always looking, although I may not always be searching. Do you do the same thing? Like, are you always like kind of, what do they say now? Like, because when I was growing, well, it was a window shopper. 50 Cent had that song. You're a window shopper. But what is it now when you're just perusing online? Because I'm always perusing. But this is my wish list. Please let me know what's on your wish list for the year 23. And I'm wishing you and all of your loved ones a happy and healthy and safe 23. Remember that everything I've shared in this video and every one of my videos is me to a C. I thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.